In Philadelphia, a firefighter named Cooper takes his daughter Riley to a concert as a reward for doing well in school. Outside the venue, they wait with a group of excited teenage girls to see the singer Lady Raven get off her tour bus. Then they join the line to enter the building. While waiting, Cooper notices a few police officers nearby. Once they're inside, he sees even more officers and security cameras around the place. Cooper tries to enjoy the moment with his daughter. He records her when she dances with a group of other girls and buys her some snacks. During their talk, Riley opens up about how the girls at school often leave her out. Cooper listens and keeps looking around, noticing the heavy police presence. Eventually, they take their seats and watch the opening act. Cooper sees that officers are nearby, even in the audience. The main show begins, and the crowd screams loudly, making Cooper cover his ears. After a few songs, he tells Riley he's going to the bathroom, but once inside, he pulls out his phone and checks a security camera feed. We learn that Cooper is secretly a serial killer. He's watching his latest victim, Spencer, who is tied up in a hidden house Cooper owns. After washing his hands, Cooper imagines seeing his mother standing next to him. Outside, even more police cars arrive. As he leaves the bathroom, he runs into Jody's mom. She tries to be friendly and tells Cooper that her daughter will try to include Riley in activities from now on. Cooper returns to his seat, just as Lady Raven talks about her missing father and how she found strength to move forward. She asks the crowd to turn on their phone flashlights, and the venue lights up beautifully while she plays the piano. Cooper notices some police officers escorting a man out, and there are more officers standing behind him. During the break, Cooper and Riley go to buy a t-shirt, but they don't have Riley's size. The seller, Jamie, says more shirts are coming. Cooper uses this chance to ask about all the police. Jamie quietly tells him that the police believe a serial killer called the Butcher might be at the concert. They're secretly searching for him. Everyone leaving is being checked, and the only exit not watched is the backstage. Cooper smiles nervously because he knows he is the Butcher. He pretends he's just walking around with Riley to look for snacks, but really he's checking all the exits. He sees that each one is blocked by officers. Then he notices a drunk woman near the stairs and gently pushes her so she falls. The cops rush over to help her, and Cooper tries to leave through the entrance, but finds even more police outside. With no way out, he takes Riley back to their seats. Lady Raven soon announces a surprise guest performer. The stage opens, and a platform lifts another singer into view. Cooper stares at the opening in the floor and tells Riley it might be fun to sneak in there and see where it leads. But Riley finds his behavior strange and says so. Cooper gives up and watches as the hatch closes again. Later, Cooper goes back to the t-shirt stand and sees Jamie heading to the supply room. He follows and watches him use a keycard to open the door. Once inside, Cooper pretends to help move boxes while secretly stealing the card. Jamie starts talking about the Butcher case and admits he's been following it closely. He even shows some disturbing photos of the victims on his phone. He explains that all staff got special training and were given a password to prove they work there. Hamilton. After finally getting a shirt, Cooper uses Jamie's card to sneak into the employee break room. Inside, the police are gathered, reviewing all the clues they've collected. They agree that if they find the Butcher, they must quietly capture him away from the public to avoid panic. Cooper hangs Jamie's name tag on his jacket so he can pretend to be one of the staff. He walks through the crowd and heads to the snack table so he can listen better. Nearby, there's a photo from his most recent crime scene. A police officer asks for sugar, and Cooper quickly finds it to act helpful and blend in. As he's leaving, he grabs a radio from a police bag without anyone noticing. In the hallway, he runs into Jody's mom again. She blocks his way and gets upset when he tries to walk past her. Their argument catches the attention of two nearby officers. But before they can get involved, a loud scream comes from the front doors. The cops rush over and see other officers arresting a man. Cooper also spots Josephine with them. Back at his seat, Cooper quietly puts in an earbud to listen to the police radio. He hears them say they caught the wrong person. The man they arrested was just a thief who panicked when he saw the cops. As some officers move through the rows looking for another suspect, Cooper hears the descriptions being given out. One of them matches him. White male, about 30 years old, with an animal tattoo on his right arm. To hide the tattoo, he spots a bracelet on a girl's bag and slips it on. He checks the venue map on his phone, then tells Riley he left his credit card at the t-shirt stand and heads off again. Over the radio, he hears that the FBI is setting up tents outside and blocking the nearby streets. He thinks about pulling the fire alarm, but there's a security camera watching. He also hears Josephine mention that he might try that trick. Instead, he sneaks into the burger stand and messes with the fryer. After he leaves, a worker checks on the fries and finds two small bottles floating in the hot oil. They suddenly explode, and everyone nearby screams. The noise draws the attention of police. Cooper grabs an apron and puts it on, then heads to the roof. There are officers there too, so he says he just came up for air after the kitchen incident. The cops call to check his story, then ask him for the code. Cooper says, Hamilton. They're still unsure and ask for ID. Luckily, the apron's pocket has a wallet with a venue card inside, which convinces them. Before leaving, he asks about Josephine. They tell him she's a profiler who's helped catch many serial killers. Back downstairs, Cooper sees the injured kitchen worker being treated and imagines his mother standing beside her. Later, Cooper meets up with Riley again. She notices something's wrong and asks what happened. Cooper says Jody's mom cornered him again. Riley tells him not to worry about her classmates anymore. She's now friends with the girls sitting near her. As they head back to their seats, Riley explains that this is the part of the show where Raven picks someone from the crowd to come on stage and even see backstage. Cooper sees this as his chance. He goes to a staff member and tells him that Riley recently beat leukemia and that Lady Raven was her biggest inspiration. The officers are getting close to where Cooper is, but his plan works. Riley is chosen to go on stage. Both of them get backstage passes, and the staff member informs a nearby cop so they can pass without trouble. Riley is really nervous, but she still goes in when Raven calls her. Cooper tries to enjoy seeing his daughter happy, even though he notices all the police around. In the audience, Jody and her mom are upset when they see Riley on stage. After the performance, Cooper sees a girl faint and quickly helps her. He asks the staff if there's a place she can rest, and they take him backstage, just before Josephine can spot him. Cooper gives the girl some juice and helps her feel better. The manager is very thankful and lets him and Riley watch the rest of the concert from the side of the stage. Cooper also asks if they can leave through the back door to avoid the crowd later, and the manager agrees. When the show ends, Cooper hears on a police radio that every man at the concert will be checked before leaving. He tries to exit with Riley through the back door, but it's also guarded by police. In a nearby room, Cooper overhears Josephine telling Raven that the cameras have recorded everyone who attended. Feeling cornered, Cooper goes to Raven and asks to speak in private about Riley. Once inside her dressing room, Cooper tells Raven he's the butcher. He shows her his phone, where Spencer is trapped in a locked cell. Cooper says he can release a gas that would kill Spencer before police find him. He promises to let Spencer go if Raven helps them escape. Raven agrees and tells the police that she and Riley are leaving with Cooper in her limousine. This way, they avoid getting checked at the exit. At the front gate, police checks are slowing everyone down, and Josephine is worried they haven't found the suspect. Inside the limo, Cooper tells the driver to head toward where he left his car, but Raven asks Riley if she can visit her house. Riley gets excited and calls her mom to ask for permission. Cooper just smiles and gives the driver his home address instead. Later, they arrive at Cooper's house, where his wife Rachel and their other child welcome them. While they all head inside, Cooper quietly warns Raven not to try anything, or Spencer will die. As they have coffee and cake, Rachel asks about the concert. Raven talks about how the police planned to catch the butcher. She says the FBI found a concert ticket receipt in one of the fake homes the butcher used. That's why they reached out to her to help with the plan. Raven explains that Josephine had studied the butcher and figured out he's likely a white man in his 30s or 40s, has a job where he's in charge, drives a dark-colored car, possibly because of OCD, and has issues with his mother. Cooper gets nervous because all of this fits him too well. He tries to end the visit, but Raven says she'll play a song on their piano. She asks Riley to sit beside her and uses the moment to take Riley's phone. After the song, Raven suggests taking a selfie. Riley can't find her phone, so Raven asks to use Cooper's and takes it from him. They take the picture. Then Raven says she needs the bathroom and quickly locks herself inside with the phone. Cooper starts banging on the door, and his family is confused by his strange behavior. Meanwhile, Raven unlocks the phone and talks to Spencer. She asks him if he remembers anything about where he's being held. Spencer describes a few things, like the color of the door and a nearby statue. Raven then starts a live stream from her own phone and shares all the details Spencer gave her. Someone watching the stream recognizes the place and calls the police. Raven also texts her driver outside to contact the cops, but when she looks at Cooper's phone again, the screen is locked. Raven suddenly shouts that Cooper is the butcher. She hears strange sounds and screaming from the other side of the door. Then Cooper opens it, looking nervous. He grabs the phone and checks on Spencer, but he's gone. Right after, Cooper forces Raven into the garage. He takes his crime kit and pushes her into Rachel's car, because Josephine had guessed correctly that Cooper's own car is dark-colored. Raven tries to calm Cooper down, speaking to him like a mother would, but Cooper doesn't listen. He says Raven will be his final victim, and after that, he plans to end his own life to stop the evil inside him. He opens the garage door, ready to leave, but is shocked to see his family standing there, blocking the way. He had locked them in Riley's room earlier, but forgot there was a window and a tree they could use to escape. Cooper is frozen in disbelief. His secret and family life have crashed into each other. Raven takes the chance to get out of the car. Just then, the police arrive and move the family to safety. Cooper runs back inside and heads to his closet, trying to hide some items. Meanwhile, Raven gets into her limo, But this time, the usual driver is replaced by a police officer for her protection. When officers search the house, they find a tunnel hidden in the closet. A little later, the limo suddenly stops. The officer driving comes to the back seat and handcuffs Raven to a metal bar. But to her horror, the driver is not a real cop. It's Cooper. He drives off again, telling Raven he's going to take her to one of his secret hideouts where he plans to kill her, something he's wanted to do since he first saw her on stage. At a red light, Raven rolls down the window and yells for help. A crowd forms around the limo, blocking it from moving. Cooper gets distracted when he sees some of his wife's clothes left in the car. Meanwhile, Raven struggles with the handcuffs and finally manages to tear the metal bar off. She jumps out just as the police arrive, causing people to scatter. The police shoot at the limo until it's completely damaged, but when they check inside, Cooper is gone. He escaped by putting on a hoodie and blending into the crowd. Later, Raven is taken to one of the crime scenes. She thanks a fan for their help and checks on Spencer, who has been rescued. At the same time, Rachel returns home after dropping the kids at her sister's place. Josephine thinks Rachel should be hiding too, but Rachel says she wants to be at home. After putting officers outside for protection, Josephine leaves. Rachel watches the security footage of Spencer's kidnapping while making tea. Suddenly, Cooper shows up behind her. He got in quietly. He believes Rachel betrayed him, and she admits it. A few weeks ago, she started to think he was cheating, but then she noticed strange things, like the smell of hospital cleaner on his clothes. She also saw him lie smoothly to a neighbor, which gave her a bad feeling. One day, she followed him and found one of his secret homes. She left a receipt there and called the police anonymously, hoping she was wrong. Cooper takes off his shirt because of the strong smell and grabs a knife. He plans to attack, but Rachel tries to distract him. She reminds him that today was supposed to be a celebration and offers him some of Riley's pie. Cooper agrees to eat after Rachel takes a bite. While eating, he talks about how his victims usually bring him peace, but Rachel has made him so angry, he wants her to be his final victim. Suddenly, Cooper feels dizzy. He realizes Rachel found his sedatives and mixed them into the pie. As he struggles to stay up, he hears a voice. His mother's. He sees her at the door calling him a monster. Cooper cries and tries to go to her, but the police are already there. They tase him. He fights back, knocking one officer down. Just before he can attack the next one, Josephine arrives with another taser and helps take him down. Now handcuffed, Cooper is dragged outside. He asks for a second to pick up Riley's fallen bike. Just then, the kids return. Riley runs to him and hugs him before he's taken away. In the back of the police truck, Cooper secretly pulls out a spoke he took from Riley's bike. He starts unlocking his handcuffs with it and laughs. Later, Jamie sees Cooper's face on the news and panics. He had unknowingly helped a criminal. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to help the channel out. See you in the next one.